Hi, this is Modz Armory. This is the official RF71 tutorial video. This is what the RF71 looks like. It's a circuit board. It has a mod chip pre-built onto it, and wires come pre-attached. So this video is going to show you everything that you need to do. Obviously, you need a screwdriver, which we carry. It's a security Torx. It has a little hole at the tip. We have those if you need one. So we're starting with a brand new black controller. Here's the battery pack and instructions, everything is packaged. So there's 7 screws on the back of the controller. There's 3 on the side. There's 1 right here near the sync button. These 2, and then same on the other side. There's 1 behind this label scan bar here that you take that apart. So once we get the controller apart, we'll show you how to install this. Okay, once you have all your screws taken out, taking the controller apart is actually really easy. You don't have to take the buttons down or anything. You grab where the play and charge kit here plugs in. If you keep the faceplate facing down so the buttons don't fall out, you can just pull back on that play and charge kit spot and pull the back of it out, and then it'll just come apart. Faceplate leave face down, otherwise all your buttons are going to fly out and you're going to put them all back in. You can take the thumbsticks off, do something with those. So there's a few things that you got to do to prep your controller to be modded with the RF71. One of them we've already done here is there's 2 little notches that's on the gray piece right here. You just trim those down with normal wire cutters or something, because they will try to interfere with the circuit board. I mean, you don't have to do that, but it helps the controller go back together a lot easier if you do just go ahead and trim those 2 things. It's not going to hurt anything. Another thing that we do, another thing you don't have to do but helps, is there's a little white, or it might be black on your controller piece that's sticking out right here. You take just a normal X-Acto knife and just slice it off so the circuit board can sit right here. That as well, that won't hurt anything as well. So that's the 2 things you got to kind of do to prep your controller to be modded. So now we're going to show you how to actually install this thing. Now we're ready to take this apart. The RF71 comes with 2 wires pre-attached to it. One's a green wire, and unravel this here. One's a green wire that you unravel. That goes to the LED of your choice. We always use the force player because it's the least used. The black wire goes to any button that you want to turn the mod on. We always use the sync button because it's obviously the least used button on the controller as well. And your sync button will still work as a normal sync button aside from the mod once you install it that way. So basically, once you get your wires unraveled, there's 3 points over here on the right side of the RF71 lined up in a row, and on the circuit board of the controller, same thing. There's 3 points over here on the right side that are lined up. So basically, all you got to do is when you sit this inside there, line up those 3 points with the 3 on the RF71, and it'll fit right on there. So you kind of just hold it down and then take a soldering iron, and all you got to do is go over that point just a little bit. You push down on it, hold down, let the solder melt, and then reharden, and then you'll have a good connection. Then these 2 points right here line up with the power and ground of the controller itself. So same thing, you line them up with the solder points that are directly below them, which are the springs. You just push down, let the solder harden. Just make sure you're holding it down hard so that it stays connected. And then flip this around here. So that's the ground right there. So it didn't look like the power took. Get another one more in there. You're not really going to damage the circuit board by putting the soldering iron through the hole, so you really don't have to worry about that. Just don't be too aggressive with it. So now that those are connected, those are the only 3 points that you have to connect onto the actual circuit board itself. The other 2 connections will be just the wires, and so I'll go ahead and connect those real quick. Flip this around. Green wire we always put at the bottom of the force player LED, and it's already got solder on the wire, so you won't even have to do anything. All you do is just hold the wire to that point, come over and touch the soldering iron with it, and that'll be connected. So you see how easy that one was. So then the last wire you got to do is the trickiest one, but for the sync button there's 3 tiny little holes, or not really holes, but solder points that are below this button, and you have to solder to the middle one without touching the other 2. Now this wire also has solder on it as well, so it makes it a little bit easier. You kind of get in and fiddle with it and try not to get solder on the other 2 solder points. Definitely make sure it's connected, otherwise your mod won't work. Okay, so that connected pretty easily. So then all we do is you just take the wire and kind of push it over out of the way of all the button points and the screw holes, so that when you put the controller back together, you don't slice the wire. You just kind of tuck them around, because there's a screw hole right here that you want to avoid. Just kind of mash all the wires underneath the right analog stick, and then there you go. I mean, that's your amplifier is already installed and you're ready to go. You're ready to put the controller back together. Now the easiest way to put it back together is to take the analog sticks. Let me get it all ready here for you. Sorry about that. Put your analog sticks on, and then take your faceplate and put it downward, and hold your controller upside down. And you really can't tell from the angle, but the rumble packs are hanging down. You kind of just sit them inside of the little slots that you'll see for them, and then put it back together. And the controller right there is already back together. All you gotta do is put the screws in it. So I'll go ahead and do that real quick and then show you what the mod looks like. Okay, we got all the screws back in. There was 7 of them, like we said at the beginning of the video. Don't forget the center one. So once all the screws are back in, you're ready to go. Make sure the rapid fire works. Put the batteries in here. Turn it on. Get your normal green lights. And once you press the sync button, which is the button we set it up to be, there it goes. Mode 1, Mode 2, 3, and it'll do that all the way to Mode 8, and then it'll turn off because this is in 8 mode. So that's all ready, good to go. So it's pretty easy install. We do offer the soldering irons on our website. If you need those, we offer the screwdriver you need on our website. And we also offer replacement thumbsticks, D-pads, and stuff like that as well. So if you want to, while you already have your controller opened up, you want to switch out some parts and make it all new again, then you're free to do that. So thanks for watching, and check out ModzArmory.com. Take care.